camera 1 and camera 2. Oh man, camera 2 is just picking up box files from the okay, I'm gonna do this. I don't know how I can do this. I'll have to stay there. It'll be what it'll be. Okay. Back away. Pick up guitar. Okay, again, I apologise for talky and waffly at the start. I don't actually. I should have this blasted nice. Moan if you want. My days of recording these for the general public are over. So this is a song called Down in the Village, and I wanted to do this because I can't play it's not just being able to play the original key, I'm not even going to be able to play the original chords. I've got no glasses. Okay. Well, a certain amount of disorganization as expected, but that's just unforgivable because it used to be E. So Dylan and Emily, hi my darling children, I hope you're doing okay. Sharp, so it's going to sound a bit stranger, but maybe not that sharp. So I wrote this. This is a parable. 1993 I wrote this. This is about where Daddy grew up in a place called Chard in the 60s and very early 70s. It was a bad place. It still is, in fact. And so it's a parable about some of the people I met that I'm really not happy with that camera angle. It's kind of like Bob Dylan did one called Under the Red Sky, which he claimed about where he grew up in Hibbing. I don't think it is, to be honest. It's on the Under the Red Sky album, which is not a good album at all. Bless you, Bob. You just can't have different bands every night, you know, it just don't work out that way, you know. And, but he did what he wanted to do. Anyway. And they were just strange places, you know. I remember going into a place with a guy I knew, Cockney George, I think we called him. And Chard Working Men's Club. And he said, oh, just come on. He said, I can't be bothered to sign you, just go on in. This was actually after I'd left the army, I think, maybe. Yeah, it must have been, yeah. Well, what am I talking about? For sure, because I was like, how was I left the army? 18, wasn't I? 15 when I joined, 18 when I left, just tickling 19. And this guy, hurtled on down through, you gotta sign in, you gotta sign in. These people, that was his life, you know, that was his moment of power. And it sounds disparaging, but I did not have too much, you know. They'd grown up in the 50s, you know, they'd hit it. And they'd seen, they'd just missed out on the golden generation, like, you know, they'd probably been conscripted, so, you know, and they dressed as a Ted for a couple of days, you know, as a sense of rebellion, and all there was in Chard was meat factories and foundries. You could tell where someone worked there, or the class of people that, you know, Daddy grew up with. In the bad part of town, you could tell where they worked. There's only two things for those people. In prison, it just divided the estate where I grew up, or the whole area, into threes. 1/3 went into the meat factory, 1/3 went into the metal foundries and 1/3 went to prison. Sometimes they got all three on their scorecard. But you could tell where they were by how they smelled. So they would smell of something called swarfiga, which is to get the oil out of them, their fingers at the end of the day. And your grandmother might, well, your grandmother, let's say she was ever a relative of mine, she worked in those places all her life, and she built a bitterness and resentment. And I think maybe subliminally one of the reasons why Daddy became a vegetarian when he was 18, 19. I had a chicken factory, and twice a day it would emit this foul stench first thing in the morning, last thing at night. I don't know what it was. Maybe they were just burning all the carcasses, I don't know. But I mean, you could smell it from miles around. And it was vile, absolute, just awful. And then it became this big meat factory, and people go down. I mean, I won't even go into the details there. But I was thinking about this guy today, Chitty. You got to sign in, you got to sign in. You can't bring a visitor in here unless he's signed in. That was his piece of power, I see it sometimes in this village, the bin men turn up. And the bin men go on. And out of the houses they come and pull their bins, and it's like they've been sitting there by the curtains for like 4 hours. The bin men are going to be here soon. I can bring the bins in, and that's their thing, something to do in their lives. And anyway, as I was saying, so they worked in the foundries and stuff, and they'd missed the swinging 60s, and all this resentment was building up in them, and they're there, and they're 45 and 50 and going bold, and they get intimate with their wives, once a month on a Friday night for 2 minutes, and pull me nighty down when you're finished. I know I'm doing northern accent because I live in somebody else. Pull me nighty down when you're finished, George. You got sign in, you got sign in. Or you got to sign in, you got to sign in a book here. I've got a piece of power in my life has valediction. Anyway, so there were a lot of people I met around then, and this is a song about some of them. They will all be dead now, of course, I guess, so I guess I can sing it. I'll still try and keep it in the root key of E, but... What? Peeved, to say the least. Oh. The plectrum's got sellotape on it and it's stuck to the words, so okay. Because I have to sellotape the plectrum with my thumb. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go back to 1982, or the 70s in general. I might sneeze in a second, you don't mind, do you? Well, Sally used to think she was special. She used to keep her face in a bag. She used to kiss your lips like a whirlpool. Then she'd tell you that life is a drag. She pretended to be dying of hunger. Or maybe it was anger, I don't know. I only know. I'm gonna have to slow it down. Right, this time for real. used to keep her face in a bag. She used to kiss your lips like a whirlpool and tell you that life is a drag. She pretended to be dying of hunger, or maybe it was anger, I don't know. I only know to keep herself going. She used to do her own night topless show. And Harry used to live off her earnings. He was not the nicest guy you could meet. He used to whisper things will be different soon as I get shoes on my feet. He used to be a tumbling hustler, and he swears he once ripped the Pope off. And he keeps it just and Norma, because he says that no, deep down he's soft. Didn't Julie do that trick with regret? You know, I wonder where she learned that. Her mother used to be the school teacher. I guess education ain't where it's at. She said she only let the big boys in, and she's never liked to play with the girls. She tell you ponies are okay when you're 14. When you're 15, you want your head in a whirl. Well, I left Jackie down by the racetrack. I said, call me when the winter arrives. I knew you'd put $5 on for Mama. The things you gotta do here to survive. I was watching all the rough house bar mitzvahs, but it's not a scene that I can dig. I like life to be uncomplicated. Things get different when they grow too big. Well, I think I drank one soda too many. I can't see things straight anymore. And I still got a 3-hour drive home. Maybe I'll just crash here on your floor. I tell you, I only do this for comfort. It helps me keep the nightmares away. And I could stop whenever I wanted. Well, ain't that what all the junkies say? Sweet Julie never turned up for Belgium. I guess the whole damn scene was a bust. That's what you get for living on rumors. But still you gotta do what you feel must. She used to work all night in the vineyard, even though her parents were rich. I took her a book on independence. She gave me a one-way ticket to a cottage. Lenny took the streetcar named religion. He says faith is the key to the world. Then he pulled a painting of Faith out. Oh man, is she a cute little girl. I said to him, so where did you meet her? He told me down on Sunset and 5th. Which is strange because they burnt the whole street off. I guess he's just had one too many bad trips. They tell me Amy took me to pieces, but I don't buy the bad news. I don't get hung up for nobody, no matter how bad I've been used. Okay, I took it out on myself some. Everybody does at those times. I can still see face up in the world though. Well, most of the time. Okay, I know that I'm disabled and my body's wasted away to nothing, and oh Dill, here's a card from Uncle Jim, an anti-gay, congratulating us on your birth. That is very nearly 12 years ago now, mate. You are 11 years and 11 months, aren't you? Well, nearly. Bar 1 week. That was so bad. I just couldn't get. I changed the chords around completely as I'm sure you know. Should have settled it. I should have stood over here. I should have turned the vocal monitor up. That one. I think I drank one soda too many. I can't see straight anymore. I wonder if your letter meant me. It said sleep down here on the floor. With you it's all give and no take. Well, that's how it seems to me. You told me every one of your husbands were fake. I'm not prepared to offer sympathy. I just can't play it anymore. My arms are too disabled. This is all good.